Hello and welcome to Americans Learn. My name is Lauren, and today I am going to be looking at Nightwish's new music video. This is Perfume of the Timeless. It came out pretty recently, and it was specifically requested, so that is what I'm going to do today. I have really been enjoying the last music videos that I've done from Nightwish. I think I've done 2 of their official music videos. I thought that they were really cool. They've got a really, really good sense of storytelling with the visuals and the lighting and everything that they do in those music videos to really, really enhance the story. And they're such good storytellers regardless. So I have the lyrics pulled up for myself so I can follow along with that because these videos never, ever have closed captioning. And I don't really want to waste any time. This is a longer one, so I might not do the full listen through and then go back and do it piece by piece. I'm going to probably try and listen to it in chunks, and I'll go back and, fill in from there just because it's a longer video. But we'll see how the mood takes me on this one. So, Perfume of the Timeless, the official video. Let's go. Okay. I like the intro. Oh, wow. Okay, we're going lineage here. Think for a minute how many struggles and battles, how much sadness, happiness, love stories, and hopes for the future they had to undergo for you to exist in this present moment. Okay, well, you're starting me out making me think about something, profound, wild. All right. Also, I'm loving the drums. Just gonna say I'm absolutely adoring that drum beat. You are the dream of my ancestors. Aw, it's nice. Hopefully, it's not a nightmare. Also, I love the evolution aspect of it. Like they had that lizard thing dive into the water, and now it's a person. Person like the kids. It's a cool chorus too. Okay. Oh, this is... It's gonna... Oh, I thought it was gonna blink. Oh my god, this is so weird. Oh my... Was that a puppet? Okay, so, I think that the long part, the reason this was long is because there's some really, really cool imagery happening at front. So I probably will get to listen to the whole song, just the song part. But oh my god, this makes me so unnerved. I like the clicking watch sound. I really thought this thing was gonna... Oh, it did... Okay, it blinked open. I missed that. I thought it was gonna blink closed. That's a really cool puppet that they got happening there. Kevin from Up. visuals are so cool.
We're the perfume of the timeless, last sighs on a deathbed. We are their air dust on their palm. We are because of a million loves. We're the perfume of the timeless, last sighs of a million loves.
Oh, that end's kind of eerie. I wasn't expecting him to come in and sing. Oh, that's cool. Okay, great. So I am able to go back a little bit and like listen to the actual song a little bit. Creepy stuff. Okay, so I will say, all right, so some of the things that I will say about it, my like first thoughts. I mean, banger. The music video is so surreal. It's very like dust to dust, nature reclaims it all, but like some things were really like their actual footage, it looked like, of real animals and creatures and like real nature documentary footage. And then like right next to some like magical realism type stuff, which is really cool. I liked that juxtaposition a lot of, you know, the possibility versus the real versus imagination versus just the surreality of it all. We have the like tricky ghosts in the nature library or whatever, the million copies of Charles Darwin's Voyage of the HMS Beagle. Like, was that Charles Darwin? I don't know. I saw HMS Beagle. I feel like I remember that being Darwin. It was a really interesting mix of, you know, evolution to devolution to past meets present to nature and human imagination, and that was fascinating. So now I will actually look at the lyrics too as things are happening. I heard the word tesserae in there in the beginning, and that got me like interested, because tesserae, I think they're like little art mosaic pieces, but they're like all broken up into, you know, it's for a mosaic, so it's all these little pieces that as they come together to make something whole. So I just thought that was an interesting premise too, just like that word choice. You know, like an individual piece of tile, you can't tell what the whole picture is from just a single piece of tile, but like when you step backwards, you can see everything you know, that a person is. And so I think that's interesting too. It like reminds me of the line from Prince of Egypt. Like there's a song where the guy goes like, a single thread in a tapestry, though its color brightly shines, doesn't seem to know its purpose in the pattern of the grand design. And it's got like a similar vibe to that. Like we are all like, we're made up of all of the things that came before. So and again, the beginning of the video with you know, there needs to be 4 million people to make who you are today, or however, whatever that number was. It was 4,000 people. A lot of numbers. And like, again, here we got some things that like some of these skeletons seem real, some of them don't. This one looks like Kevin from Up. I'm trying to see. Yeah. Yeah, Voyage of the HMS Beagle, right? I'm trying to see a better... Yeah, Charles Darwin works. Boy, I had to read that book. I hated it. It always sounds alien. Like something come from the earth came, something for the world. It's like Superman. A mosaic of broken fragile. Okay, so again, I think that's really interesting because she mentions the mosaic of broken fragile pieces, tesserae of the deceased. So like I said, tesserae are the pieces, and then when you put together to actually see the full mosaic, it can be something new. And so it's like we are all the product of that and born to a novel world. It's always going to be something new. It's always rebirth, which did seem to be a theme in this, like a rebirth. It's interesting that the clocks are silent. I feel like, because a lot of the times you know that they like that's a theme a lot of the time in a lot of different media, where the clocks that, you know, they always, time is always ticking forward, but this is saying that the chain's unbroken, the clocks are rewinding, you know, time's a flat circle or whatever. I think it's interesting, one, that the clocks are silent, because that would usually mean that they are broken, but the chain is forever and they're rewinding. I don't know. I will have to think on that a little bit harder, but I will not come to a conclusion in this video, I don't think. Okay, so that's a question too. Embers to the stars, because now there's like two images I have sort of in my head, and like it has nothing to do with the weird ghosts in the library, but like I am picturing like, you know, the sparks of a campfire or something, like flickering up, and then like as the camera pans up to the stars in the sky. So it's like, but also humans are as embers to stars. We're all from stardust, but stars are, you know, can be billions of years old. Humans are like embers to that. It's a, you know, a longevity versus a very transient sort of thing. But at the same time, we're all still made of the same, we're all still kind of the same element component parts, which kind of goes back to the tesserae and the mosaic again, like the component parts that make a whole. Like what are we? What are we from? Where do we become? Okay, I get it. The curious ghost. I was just thinking he's like a little troublemaker, this ghost. He's like, I'm gonna pull out this book and then just knock it to the ground. We fine. But that's also interesting, where their air and dust on their palm. Like, you know, that's something that you would usually sort of just brush off. We're nothing. But at the same time, we only exist because of a million loves. Like, we are forever. We're the, like, I love that, the perfume of the timeless. Like, it's ephemeral, right? It's like something's forever and we're a part of that, but like you can't quite put your finger on what it is. The last sighs on a death's bed and time set for a curious ghost. That's cool. Like, the song does seem to be, yeah, we're in everything and yet we are nothing, and it's all connected and together, and it only exists because of 1,000 million little coincidences and other people came before us. That's interesting. I don't like the spider thing. Also, but like, again, the pictures and stuff dropping into the reality. Like, this is a very, very interesting, it's a really interesting concept. Like, fiction, like pictures made reality, like things coming to life, you know. Now he's reading backwards. Is he reading a Japanese? Oh no, everything's going backwards, right? Because it's like we're reversing, we're going back and forward. Like, time means nothing. It is like the is the theme. So it's like he's flipping his book backwards and then he ages rapidly into a skeleton. Okay, so that was something that I had to look up. Lives lived plain and epic of eudaimonia, and eudaimonia is a Greek word literally translated into good spirit, commonly translated as happiness or welfare, according to a potential, according to the annotation here, but that might just be, Wikipedia editing. But it's interesting that, they talk about, lives lived plain and epic, and then they use a Greek word. Because Greeks are known for their epics. But lives live plain and epic in good spirit. And again, the weirdness of this music video where, like, this person looks like they're on land, but they still look like they're swimming. Again, the weird animals that are real, because, like, nature is bizarre and wild and you can't understand a lot of the stuff. We don't know a lot about it. I like this, again, the theme of 12 score and one chain of lives. It's an unending chain because, like, all of these links made you, and, like, I mean, if you procreate, you're also a part of what comes next. And even if you don't, and you have a family member who does, then you're still a part of that chain. Still gonna affect the world around you. And I think that's a horseshoe crab. Sorry, I know that's too super, like, it doesn't matter, but I think it is. And again, I love the underwater, swimming, above water thing that is happening in the music video. All the creepy ghosts that are, like, haunted mansion style hauntings also, like, they're weird and really off. I love them. Also, I really like how she does the choruses in this really, really powerful, high-intensity belt. But later, the outro is the chorus, but it's soft and, like, limited music, and it ends it on a much chiller pace. And I think that's a really interesting choice because this song has been going from the start. Like, it hit the ground running with those banger drums, and then, like, and ends so kind of like soft and contained and with a different singer. I know like Flora does the most of the chorus, and then Troy came in at the end there. And again, just so soft. Now we have an instrumental break because they're awesome and we need an instrumental break. And again, this the weirdness of the visuals here. I love it. Then we got Charles Darwin. This part was weird, just like all of like, you got man-made stuff, nature stuff, like everything's exploding and going crazy, and now it's disasters and the end of the world, and like, but then we got dancing and neurons firing and new life and death and Einstein. It's so cool. Because it's all, and then he turns into a monkey. Again, everything is connected, but also disconnected and creepy, and I love all like the finches and stuff. Like the constant references to Darwin are interesting. Like, because again, Darwin was like, you know, the common ancestor, whatever, theory of evolution. So it just goes back to that thing at the beginning with the stars, that like we're all connected and none of us would be here if it wasn't for another million things in the past behind us that led to each and every one of us existing today. That idea of we're small but part of something huge, and the connectivity, and like the just, are we important? Not really, but also at the same time, we're the product of an impossibility and just the unlikelihood of everything being alive today in the way that it is. It's kind of magical. And you've got the whales next to the people, and like, the whales like mimicking the people. I love that when you get the sea creatures who do that. All of these things can exist at once.
We are the air dust on their palm. We are,
and then just like just the loves. And with like just the keyboard. Or it sounds like maybe a harp or something. I'm not entirely sure what. I'm bad at instruments. And it's just like the cloud of those fish things like subsumes him. And he turns into a tree because we have to have one last little bit of surreality. And then just the quiet chorus in the background, and just I think it's the keyboard.
We're the perfume of the timeless, last sighs of a million loves.
It's just fascinating. Everything about this was fascinating. And I know I didn't talk too much about like the actual singing in this one. I feel like I have kind of exhausted everything that I can say about a lot of the songs, like the actual techniques, and if there's something that I notice, I'll bring it up, or if there's something that's particularly cool vocally, then I will definitely still mention that. But I feel like, and I will, I'll talk about some of the same stuff over and over again, and I don't have a problem with that. But I don't know if you all have a problem with that. And I know I went really in depth with the metaphors on this one, because there was a lot. They piled so much into here, and I was probably super off on everything. But that was my like literary analysis slash some science stuff that I kind of vaguely understand. So I enjoyed that a lot. I hope you did too. How off was I? Tell me in the comments below about like what the actual meaning of this song is, because I feel like I had an idea and I had like a very firm idea very quickly about what this song was, but I have no idea if I was right. So thanks again for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.